Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be discussing some landing spots for Thomas Brady.
Just blinding myself up to the fucking ring light.
You're staring into the ring light.
Fuck the hell.
What else did you expect other than to be blinded?
I was staring in the middle of a circle, so I thought.
You're not good.
Ah, my eye.
Yeah, good.
Shit the bed. Anyway, Tom Brady.
Yeah, today we're going to be discussing landing spots for Tom Brady. There might only be one in mind for some people.
But we try to make up 5.
That would somewhat make sense.
Because
one is my favourite. The Patriots is my least favourite. Because I'm fucking sick of them.
Class. Let's have AJ Green go to the Giants one time.
Who do you want to discuss first? Patriots?
No.
And why he'll never leave?
That's the most boring one. That's where he's going.
Ever.
So he's coming home.
So the first one that we decided to throw into the mix is probably the least likely one, is the Dolphins.
That's what no one wants. Why I wanted them in there just because it's AFC East.
He'll be in the same kind of region then, but
Like, whoa, I'm in my...
I don't see him making much difference to that team because I don't see the turnaround for that team happening anytime soon.
You never realised how far Boston is from Miami. Boston, sorry, it's yeah. I'm over right more.
Okay.
Sorry. Yeah. So maybe it's not good. No,
I
least
think
likely,
if you add Tom Brady to that team, it doesn't really change much and they're still going to be losing team.
If you put him there 4 years ago, and if Brian Flores was there 4 years ago, he'd be fine. When they have
I
Jarvis
mean,
Landry and all that.
they could draft some receivers, but like it's not enough, I don't think.
They need
They need a lot.
to go the Colts route, struggle for a while, and build up their offensive line. That's what you have to do. Look at the offensive line for them now. They drafted the offensive line for years,
Yeah,
and
offensive
they're a
line.
playoff every year.
It's a key part of the team.
They just need a quarterback.
That's why we suck.
You win in the trenches, bros. That's why Marshall Newhouse is not good. Sorry.
But I think that's probably one of the least likely places to go anyway, because why would he bother?
It is because you're at the end of your career. I understand trying to do something different, but he's very competitive.
Yeah, you don't want to be losing for the end of your
Yeah,
career.
so like
either,
the other teams are teams that he could either change or just push him over the edge a bit.
Yeah.
Like,
I think he should go
Dolphins
somewhere where he
can't.
can make a Super Bowl run.
Yeah,
And he's not
at
doing
least,
that with the Dolphins.
at least get deep in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Not be a wild card pick. And
Yeah.
Dolphins, they'll go from 5-11 to maybe 6-10. Maybe.
Great.
That's about it.
So specific.
We had to put him in there because it just felt like everyone's talking about it, so we might as well,
Yeah.
let's put him there. It's not good in Miami.
And the next team we kind of thought would be a good enough fit is the Colts.
I think the Colts is, for me, it's the best one. Yours
He's
is
a
the best
guy you can
different one.
slot into. Or he's a guy you can slot into the team. And he'd make a difference. They have plenty of people he can throw the ball to. And Brissett is... I'm just not having any of Brissett, to be
I
honest.
think he's free agent, like I said. So I think they might. I don't like. Well, I'm gonna say he's going. I think you bring him there because first of all, I'm very emotionally attached to him. So a good offensive line, he won't be touched. So first of all, Tom's big thing now is his timing has been off all last year. He was any bit of pressure because the offensive line was terrible. He was trying to get out fast, but his accuracy is gone with his timing. So he's underthrowing passes. If he couldn't lead a pass, his pass was going too low. He was never overthrowing people because he can't throw as far anymore.
Yeah.
Well, I think he'll have time with them. He has a good
But
run.
he also doesn't have the receivers with New England and with the Colts. He'd have like every kind
Yeah,
of
like if
receiver
they
he
have
possibly want.
they have Paris Campbell, the rookie this year. He didn't show much, but like he showed flashes of he has the speed. T.Y. Hilton is T.Y. Hilton. I adore T.Y. Hilton.
Yeah. He'd
They
be
have
like
Chester Rogers.
No, would he be like the Edelman for?
No, he's much
No.
better than Elman.
Well,
I love Julie, but no. Then they have Marlon Mack, who's a workhorse. You've Naeem Himes, who's a specialist running back. You have the offensive line. Their defense got better. So if you get Brady, you don't have to draft a quarterback. You don't really need to add more weapons to the offense.
yeah, so
You
he can
just need to
add
better the defense.
and that's
Which-
just an entirely better team. Then.
Yeah, which all you have to do is get better on defense. So I think he's the kind of person, because he's going to be healthy the whole year. So you have a decent quarterback behind him.
I mean, he's
But I
going to
think
be
he'll
healthy
push
all
you.
year round as long as he's not beaten to death.
Which he
by
won't be.
The pass rush, which he wouldn't be with the Colts.
Yeah, he's on a bad. Like he has the thing. He knows when it comes to getting the ball out. He was decent enough last year. He obviously wasn't great. The team wasn't great anyway.
Yeah.
But now if he goes to the Colts, he has a winning situation really,
Yeah.
because Frank Reich is a brilliant coach. First of all, offensively. So like, I think that's my favorite spot for him because I don't like Bruce Arians. Which
I think they need something better than Brissett because he's just not. He goes in there, he gets the job done, but he's not a standout.
You get what you're going to get from him. You're not going to get much better from him now.
Yeah.
You need to. That's the thing, you need to build around Brissett. You won't have to build around Brady. You're going to have enough
Yeah.
If you had put Brady in there, I think
They
they're
just do the job.
yeah. So I think you need like Brissett. You're not going to get much better when it comes to Brissett.
And the next team, which would be an interesting one because of who's just left there, is the Chargers.
So imagine
Because Phillip is now confirmed gone.
Imagine being a Chargers fan, say, "Oh my God, we got rid of old Rivers. Going to bring in Justin Herbert from the draft." Whoa, Tom Brady 43.
That would be the problem. They're going from one really old, really angry quarterback to another really old, probably
Fabulous.
also really angry.
Really
if he goes with
fabulous
that
and
team
really
quarterback.
amazing. Probably the greatest player of all time you've ever seen. I'd be pretty happy if I scored.
That would be the
Chargers.
probably the biggest negative. And with the fans, I can't see them being the happiest with Tom Brady either.
No, but the thing with them is they're like these teams for me, bar maybe the Colts, are kind of like we have three teams realistically other than the Patriots because
Yeah.
the Dolphins aren't going to happen. But these are kind of three win now teams.
Yeah.
Bar the Colts. Like I think the Colts are built enough for the future with all their pieces. But I think like the Chargers, if you get Brady, means you want to like last year we thought was going to be a year they get deep in the playoffs with Rivers.
Yeah.
Rivers just struggled horribly last year. Their offensive line struggled a bit. Their defense was like they had injuries all like
They had struggles everywhere.
yeah. So like they're not like I said their defense is built. They have pieces on defense. They're fine defensively.
Yeah.
They just need a better defensive coordinator in my opinion.
And they do now need a quarterback with Phillip Rivers going.
Exactly. So Tyrod Taylor's not going to do any
He's
sort of
not
job.
the guy.
You're
So-
going to be 5-11 again.
I think they'll at least look at Tom Brady and consider it, but whether they'll go for it is another thing.
Yeah, which kind of picked them because they fit for
Yeah.
where he is in his career.
There's another place that would give Tom Brady a lot of weapons.
Exactly. You have
And I feel
Keenan
like
Allen.
he would abuse Austin Eckler.
I think he abused if they bring back Hunter Henry.
Yeah, that too.
He have a tight end again.
Yeah.
So I think
But
that's
it's
what he
just
needs.
short down or short passes to Eckler. I feel like that would be his bread and butter.
He's not James White though. Thoughts?
God damn. No, he's better.
James White receiver. No. James White can fucking echo White out. No.
And they could draft Jerry Judy.
They have. If you get him, you have to take Jerry Judy 6. I do not care what anyone says. Oh my God, just hurt. No. If
I
you
mean,
get
if you're
Brady,
not,
it's Judy.
yeah, if you're getting Brady, you don't need to draft a quarterback necessarily.
No, I think if you're not taking Brady, first of all, you're taking Herbert. I don't care what anyone says about Justin Herbert. You're taking Justin Herbert. I love Justin Herbert. Herbert from Oregon. I think he has the arm. I think he has.
At number 6, anyway.
Yeah, he's my favorite quarterback in all draft. I know Joe Burrow and all this crap, but we'll see what they're like. But I think when it comes, the thing was like if I was a Chargers fan and I had to pick between Brady and getting Herbert, so like obviously Brady gets a chance to win now. But if you get Herbert, you haven't had a guy who can move in years. You haven't had a young guy with a young prospect in years.
Yeah.
You've had Rivers for so long. I would rather throw Herbert straight in as a starter next season. Let him struggle for the year. And I think the year after you still have Keenan Allen still young enough. The running backs are still young enough if you bring back Eckler and Melvin Gordon to free agents, and you have to bring Hunter Henry. Their free agency is going to mean a lot because like, those three guys are all free agents.
Yeah.
Eckler, Melvin Gordon, and Hunter Henry are all free agents.
Yeah.
So you need to bring all those three guys back to have a winning situation. Or you could let them go. You could trade. No, you can't really trade them.
But then again, if they brought in Tom Brady, they'd probably be paying him.
You pay him ridiculous
Maybe they
amount.
couldn't bring back as much in the free agency.
That's the problem. Well, that's another problem. You try and get players to buy into Brady being there. Then
Yeah. But then
They
you
buy
use your
into
draft
players.
picks, so
they have a few. They've like the draft this year is ridiculous anyway. The talent in this draft offensively is ridiculous. Last year was defensively. This year is offensively.
yeah.
Well, it's defensively still, but wide receiver wise, it's deep as fuck.
And so the last team, which is probably my favourite one because it gives him the most to work with, is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Which makes a lot of sense if you have Brady. Brady
That
wants
would be
pass the ball.
so exciting.
You'd wonder would he tire out though,
In that team?
because they passed the ball more than any other team last season. For some reason. But that's obviously because you have if they
I
bring
mean,
back.
that would also
Rashad
be
Perry.
perfect for him.
It'd be perfect for him if he wants to go somewhere and just basically just play his heart out and see what he can get from it. See what he can get for his last season.
But yeah, that's one thing you could say he could want to do for his last season.
No, yeah, exactly. You'd love it. You'd love to have it for him because
Leave
you'd
it all
have
on the field.
you'd have like the offense. It would give them a chance. Again, it's a team you have to build around Brady. It's not built for Brady quite yet because their defense struggles a bit. They got better last season, but like your offensive line definitely needs to do because Winston got sacked nearly 50 times last year.
Yeah.
But
But they
Brady
could
got
draft
20.
offensive line.
Exactly. So like if you get him, you have to draft offensive line throughout the draft anyway. But like you have Mike Evans, a top 5 receiver. You have why have I forgotten his name again?
Godwin.
Chris Godwin, who blew up last year. You have Rashad Perriman bringing back. You have Cameron Brate and
Yeah.
O.J. Howard. You have a lot of pieces there. You have Ronald Jones, Ronald Barber. No, fucking hell.
Peyton Barber.
Ronald Jones, and Ogunbowale. So you have a lot of pieces there for him. So and Arians loves his offense.
Yeah.
So I think that's.
I feel like it would be bringing back someone who's safer as well, because Jameis had his whole 30 touchdowns, 30 picks. But Tom Brady's not going to throw 30 picks.
No, the IQ is through the roof no matter how old he gets.
And it would be interesting to see Tampa Bay with a quarterback who will throw touchdowns and be safe with the ball.
Yeah, that's the big thing. Like, you have to, again, they have to decide, because Winston's a free agent. Everyone thinks everyone wants to bring him back.
Free agency is huge in this kind of decision.
A lot of conversations, like the Chargers is huge because they have so many free agents offensively. And with them, you're going for the most important player in your team, which is your quarterback.
Yeah. And Jameis Winston just got eye surgery, so maybe now he'll actually be able to see where he's throwing the ball.
No, probably not. So like it's like a lot of these teams are built for you still have to build around Tom, but you have to win now. You can't. If your team wants, if you want to build for the future, the Dolphins shouldn't take him now.
Yeah.
I think the Chargers. It depends, because like that fan base has had nothing for years.
Yeah.
So
and I feel like slotting Tom Brady in could just be the same kind of look as having Phillip Rivers there.
It'd be similar offense, but you'd feel better about it.
Yeah.
Because you could run the same similar offense to Phillip Rivers.
Yeah. You
might have a few trick plays because Tom's a lot more intelligent football wise than Phillip Rivers.
And you could have Jerry Jeudy.
That's what I mean. He'd have arguably the best receiver he's had talent wise since probably Randy Moss.
It changes what they can use their picks on as well, because if they bring in Tom, then they can bring in a wide receiver from the draft rather than a quarterback.
Exactly.
Or they could bring in a quarterback and have him under Tom, but
that'd be wasted. Well, you could do it.
Yeah.
But I don't think you could pay Tom enough to do it.
Yeah.
To be a mentor. I think that's why the Patriots need to do it.
That's a bit all in on the quarterback position. You're not getting other things.
Yeah. So it's very I don't think at the end of it all, Tom's going to the Patriots. The Patriots are going to sign Hunter Henry. They're going to probably sign AJ Green.
Yeah, again, another thing where it's even huge with the Patriots free agency.
It does, because obviously you think, because he's taken these pay cuts for so long, you wouldn't blame him wanting to get money for that few years. Even though his wife's minted anyway, so it doesn't really bother him anyways. Yeah. But he has to decide, does he want to try one more time with Bill? Does he think that connection is going to still be there? How long is Bill going to stay there?
Yeah.
Like, are you going to, like everyone's saying, he needs more weapons. I love Edelman.
I think if the Patriots can guarantee that they're going to actually bring in some weapons, then he'll 100% stay with the Patriots, which they should do, because you can see the one problem with the Patriots last year was that they had nothing on offense for Tom to throw to.
You see, my biggest thing
had Edelman, but that's not enough.
My biggest thing is the only position I really want them to get is tight end and offensive line.
Yeah, I mean, they had no tight end either.
Because for me, I think Jacoby Myers is going to be brilliant. I think
N'Keal Harry could be good.
N'Keal Harry, he's going to be our star. I think
but he
just
wasn't there for most of the season. So.
That's what I mean. That's why for me it was frustrating listening to people last season talking about wide receivers, because this is the first year Tom's had nearly an all rookie. Like his main guys had to be rookies last season. Yeah. So I think next year you give Jacoby Myers a year, you give N'Keal Harry, who thinks will be a star. You give them a year.
But I do think they need to bring in someone like an AJ Green.
If AJ Green makes sense. I think that's what I mean. That's exactly. I don't think they should go crazy. Like, obviously,
they don't need to bring in a whole new wide receiver core, but they need that one guy like AJ Green.
That's why it's almost okay if you let Tom walk, because you save the money off Tom. You get to draft a quarterback in the draft. It'd be late, be 23rd. You could get a Jake Fromm down that late. It's very. Or they trade up. They'd have to somehow trade up. I don't know how they trade up.
Yeah.
So we never have picks.
Trade for Tom.
Right. But for me, it's. If AJ Green comes in, I think AJ Green would be good to have mentor guys like N'Keal Harry and Jacoby Myers. He'd tell them how to mind their body more, because he's struggled with his body so long. I think he'd be a good guy to have in as a mentor. And then Hunter Henry or Austin Hooper or Eric Ebron. There's so many good fellas in free agency for tight ends. I think we need that if we want to win now.
Yeah.
Which is what our defense kind of is now. Our defense is at a stage where we need to win.
Yep.
So it's just.
The defense is ready to win. The offense just isn't yet.
Exactly. The running backs were fine. Sony Michel is, if they keep him healthy, I think he's there. James White's still there. He's getting in age, so you're going to have to. They might take a running back late. They still have Damian Harris from Alabama, who didn't play at all last year, but he said last year, I know I'm not going to play this year.
Burkhead's not really enough.
Rex is wide receiver. So I think, and if it comes free agency and Tom's there, I think Tom won't be our first free agent signing. I think Tom would wait and see, unless he's told, obviously, because that's what the Patriots do.
Yeah, yeah.
We've agreed terms with these guys. Will you come back? But I still think he might be the third guys we sign behind an AJ Green or an Hunter Henry.
But I think as soon as Tom knows that something's coming back to the Patriots, like an AJ Green,
exactly,
then he's in.
And it's a big family move because he's old now. Like, he is old. Sports-wise, he's ancient. He's 43 in this year now. Yeah. Like, he has a family. Like, he doesn't want to move his family all the way down. Like, it's a lot of stuff to go with it. But I think he'll want to finish a Patriot.
Yeah.
I think he's doing all this stuff to build up, obviously try and get the money up for him.
And I would say most people would want to stick with the team until they retire. But, you know, Philip Rivers didn't, so...
Philip Rivers didn't have 6 rings.
Yeah, it's true.
So
it's not the same kind of legacy.
Exactly, and the thing with the Patriots is you're not going to know until it happens. That's how it goes with them. So
but it's most likely, I think, to just stay with the Patriots.
Yeah, so I think he's staying with the Patriots. Wouldn't mind him at the course of the Bucks.
Bucks would be exciting.
Yeah,
but maybe too exciting for Tom's heart.
Yeah. So that's it.
So that's us done. Let us know if you can think of anything else that we didn't think of for a team for Tom to go to, or just where you'd like to see him go.
Or how much the Patriots pay him.
Nothing. Because then they'll have enough money to spend elsewhere.
He wants 30 million. That's fun.
Jesus Christ.
That's a lot.
Alright, that's a lot. Then they won't have any money.
Class.
But yeah, leave a like on the video if you enjoyed. Subscribe for more. We're doing weekly uploads now. Hopefully this should be like the second of the week.
We will see. Don't make promises, bro.
No, second of the week, bro.
Class.
If there wasn't one earlier this week, then...
it'll be in the week.
It's probably my fault, so sorry.
It'll be in the week. I can't type.
Thank you guys for watching, and we will see you next time.
See you. Peace out.